What was that? Here's the message to all the Russians. We're sending it with love. We don't believe that pissed away. Cause you're gonna kill the town. You can kill the Afghans with your yellow ray. But if you try that shit with us, you'll see we're not the same. You can kill the Afghans with your yellow rain. But if you try that shit with us, you'll see we're not the same. Cause we got the weapons to put you off and we'll blow you off to hell. We've got the weapons to put you off and we'll blow you off to hell. We've got the weapons to put you off and we'll blow you off to hell. We've got the weapons to put you off and we'll blow you off to hell.
Lovers come and lovers go. Lovers steal your stereo, though lovers believe it when they do. Say such shitty things about you. Lovers fuss and lovers fret. Lovers get your carpet wet. Lovers lie and lovers leave. They drink your beer while you're asleep. Oh no. Some are false and some are true. Some have darker bulletproof. Some get worse than one reflection. Lower all your expectations. But I don't wanna be loved so. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more. Lovers suck and lovers blow. Lovers steal your stereo, though lovers leave it when they do. They say such fucked up shit about you. Lovers fuss and lovers fret. Lovers get your trousers wet. Lovers lie and lovers weep. They drink your whiskey while you're asleep. Oh no! But I don't wanna be loved so. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. I don't wanna be loved so. I don't wanna be loved so. I don't wanna be loved so.
Sorry, I'm in a really bad area. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I have to get out of this area. We got bad signal over here. I was on the phone with someone. I gotta tell you guys what happened today. And it's such a coincidence that it happened today. Let's see. Okay, alright. So, what happened today was the GC comes up to me, right? I'm on the job, and the GC comes up to me and he goes, Dave, he whispers in my ear, he's like, be at my desk in 5 minutes. I gotta talk to you guys. So I'm thinking he just wants to talk to me in Spider, right? So we go to his office, and everyone from the fucking building's there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He goes, listen, guys, I know when you see a beautiful woman walking by You know, you want to tell her how beautiful she is, but I'm telling you guys, don't talk to any of these women here because they're complaining about it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I just had this fucking talk. I'm like, Jimmy, I just called my soon-to-be wife, and I was telling her the same thing, that these women are walking around without bras. And he goes, Dave, he goes, you're right. He goes, you can't. He goes, you can't even be a guy anymore. He goes, they're filing complaints against us left and right in this building. So, guys, I was talking about this yesterday. How men see you women walking around in absolutely nothing. And you're very lucky. You are very lucky that you're walking past me and a couple guys that are just saying, hey, baby, what's up? And I said, Jimmy, you know, what's the problem? Why can't these guys talk to these women? And he goes, listen, you can't say anything to anyone today. They get very upset. And he goes, just for the record, he goes, this woman told us that she ignored the guy and the guy followed her through the building talking to her, trying to get her attention. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm a straight guy, right? You know, if a gay guy did this to me, I'd be like, dude, get the fuck away from me. And that would be the end of it. You women have to fucking stop dressing like fucking whores around, especially dogs. A lot of these guys are fucking dogs. Did you tell Jimmy that you have Pete now and you don't need those hoes? That's what I said, Jerry Vollmer. I was telling Jerry about Pete and the fucking conversation I just had with Pete about not wearing a bra. You have to wear a bra. Do not fucking walk around town dressed up like a skanky slut. I'm not saying you women dress up like skanky sluts, but I'm just saying, put some underwear on. Anyway, it was a big to-do today. A big to-do. And it was all because of an attractive woman in the building. And some horny fucking black dude. Because I asked Jimmy, I said, Jimmy, was he black? And Jimmy nodded at me. Mm-hmm. And I looked over at Spider, and I said, Spider, did you do that? And Spider said, don't look at me. Swear to God. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? You can have sex appeal fully clothed. That's true, Jasmine. That's absolutely true. It's just enough. Guys, listen, ladies out there, I'm telling you right now, showing off the cleavage is enough. Letting us see the curves of your ass is enough. Trust me. We don't need to see everything. We don't need to see the nipples through the shirts. Because I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to get raped. Something bad is going to happen. And no, rapists can't control themselves. They can't. I can. I'm just letting you guys know. Plus, no woman wants flapjack. Yes, Jerry, yes. Yes, Jerry, you're right. That's absolutely right. Guys, I'm at the 7-Eleven where I was accused of trying to kill myself at when Botter called the Riverville Police Department. So, guys, I'm gonna go grab some coffee, and I'll be back. Don't call the cops. Yes, Jerry. I was trying to talk Pete into actually wearing a burqa. I would be much more comfortable if Pete was a Muslim, or she took up the Muslim faith, just for the dress. All right, listen, let me rock out of here. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go grab some coffee or something. Be right back. Oh, let's watch some Rodney Dangerfield. You guys want to see some Rodney?
Tax fees and the costs of land servicing.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really? Like what, for instance?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to grease the local politicians for the sudden zoning problems that always come up. Then there's the kickbacks to the carpenters. And if you plan on using any cement in this building, I'm sure the Teamsters like to have a little chat with you, and that'll cost you. Oh, and don't forget a little something for the building inspectors. Then there's the long-term costs, such as waste disposal. I don't know if you're familiar with who runs that business, but I assure you it's not the Boy Scouts.
That'll be quite enough, Mr. Mellon. Maybe bribes and kickbacks and mafia payoffs are how you do business. But they are not part of the legitimate business world. And they're certainly not part of anything I'm teaching in this class. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, just trying to help, that's all.
Now, notwithstanding Mr. Mellon's input, the next question for us is where to build our factory.
How about Fantasyland?
Oh, guys, check this out. I don't know what's up with this, but it's super dry. It's a super dry Monster Nitro. I'm about to guzzle this like gasoline. Sorry. Oh. Noodles, have you considered sending Bergs a lovely arrangement of forget-me-nots? I think you would appreciate that, right? Well, again, guys, I do not celebrate birthdays, unfortunately. Oh my God! Wait a second. Look at this, Jerry. Look at this. Jerry, that does not look good. What the fuck is that, Jerry? Holy shit! That looks like Slurm. Remember Slurm from Futurama? Is that what super dry is? Let me take a sip. You're right, Secret Text Messenger. I should review it. Wow, that is dry. Now I understand what they mean by dry. It's like a desert in my mouth, Jerry. Would I have it again? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if I needed to quench my thirst with dryness. So stupid. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What a terrible idea to make a dry drink. I have seen better looking. Yeah, dude, that's what it looks like. Jerry, that's what it fucking looks like. Oh my God. So today I got a text from Whitty, right? And Whitty's like, hey, check this out. And then, of course, it's a ha 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 ha. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. Because Whitty only laughs when people make fun of me. She loves laughing at me. So I check it out. I click on the link. And it's a picture or a cartoon of me chasing pizza to Asian or Oriental music. And of course, it was posted by White Lives Matters. Winners love me. What an asshole. So just for that, Craig, we are going to do the reenactment of the the beating that you gave the guy in Cape Coral, Florida, starring Ray Liotta.
What do you want, fucko? You want something? Huh?
Hey! What are you doing? I swear my fucking mother, if you touch her again, you're dead!
Don't shoot!
That's right. That's exactly what happened. Exactly. Hey, early riser, what's up? That's Soylent Green. You're drinking people, dude. Early riser. It looks really thick, really slimy, and when they mean dry, all right, they mean dry, dude. It's like it says nitro energy on it, so it better be good. And I'm already pumped up right now, so it doesn't really matter. So what happens to me is, um, I believe due to my kidney issue, if I eat 3 times a day, I actually get dull and tired, and I start like urinating like an asshole. So I try not to eat anything. I'll just drink stuff all day. And this is going to be my second energy drink today. Second. I bet Witty's dance card was full in the Roaring Twenties. Okay, Jerry, retract that comment and repost that. I don't. I think you fucked that one up. You've been spotless and up until now. Hey, Matthew Potts, what's up? Or maybe I'm just reading it wrong, Jerry. Guys, to all my real fans out there, I don't know if you remember this, but this was the road that I took onto my private property, into my estate, when I told everyone that I had a huge property, a very large estate, and we were driving on it. I don't know if you guys remember that. John Camillo was there during those days. He was the best back then. He was constantly attacking Carrie, constantly attacking Abby. Oh my God. I would get phone calls from Carrie Bridges saying, "Don't talk to him." I'd be like, "Why? He's all right." "No, he's a horrible person. He's so terrible. He belongs in prison, and he's going to hell." Quote Carrie Bridges, 2020, possibly 2019. Oh, that's right, Jasmine. Congratulations. I forgot about that. It's your birthday. Congratulations. Guys, I cannot wish you guys a happy birthday. I'm sorry. I will say congratulations. Another year on planet Earth with moi. And that's about it. That's all you're getting. I'm glad you're here another year. But we're not worshiping you today, Jasmine. I'm sorry. It's not a worship Jasmine day. You're just as terrible. You're just as terrible as the rest of us, Jasmine. That's true. Oh my God. Let me light up a cigarette. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Early riser. Did I give you? Make sure he's got wrenches. I'll be right back. Okay, now everyone should have a wrench who's here. The only person that will never get a wrench here is Botter and White Lives Matters. They will never get a wrench. Never. Very hungover, didn't drink, didn't work today. Oh, really? I love how people, when it's like their birth anniversary or whatever, they they celebrate it by actually trying to destroy their bodies. Don't you think that's fucking weird? It's like, oh, I got another year out of this body. Let me fucking try to ruin it. Let me try to ruin it with drugs and alcohol. And then possibly risk a DWI or a deadly crash. And then it's always like, well, she's puking in the bathroom or he's puking up a storm. It's like, well, come on, dude, give him a break. It's his birthday. It's his birthday. Let him party. And it's like, dude, come on. Come on. I just find that very, very bizarre. That's very, you know what else is also very bizarre behavior? Watching other people have sex. All right. I remember I did a study with the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I told them, I was like, do you guys watch porno? And these were baptized witnesses, and they go, well, listen, no, we try not to watch anything like that. We try to be very cautious about what we watch. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm watching it like all the time. And he goes, let me ask you a question, David. He goes, don't you find it really bizarre that you're watching other people have sex? And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That is bizarre. That's what peeping toms do. And they, if you did that in public, you get fucking arrested. Like if I went to your house, Jerry, if I went to your house and peeked through your window and watched you and your beloved wife or girlfriend or sister have sex and masturbated furiously to it, I would be arrested. I would be arrested. But I could do it online all day long. All day long. Hopefully no wrench for Lolly. That old bat is a channel killer. That's true, Jerry. That's absolutely true. And you're right. Jerry, how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Valmer or Volmer or Valmer or Valmer? Yeah, but fuck Lolly. She's being a real bitch lately. Last night I got a text message really late I think it was in the morning sometime. I guess John was live, and someone's like, "Why are you in John's chat or whatever?" I'm like, "I'm not." And I go in there, and Lolly's talking about me and Pete. Me and Pete. What gives her the right to talk about people who weren't even there? She's a terrible person. Let me show you how terrible she is.
I don't have one. That probably means that's probably that girl, Michelle.
What a bitch. What a fucking bitch. And she's not even doing it for comedy. She's not doing it for comedy, Jerry. Like, you know what, Jasmine? Next birthday, go to a gym. Get some exercise in, Jasmine. Pump some iron. Maybe eat healthy. Don't go to the bar and get wasted. Even though, I get it. No one wants to be sober on this planet. Nobody. Jasmine, read a book. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. All right, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. is the fact that human beings constantly want to be high. All right, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because life on this planet is so miserable. It's so horrible. Everyone here sucks. Every once in a while, you run into a few good people, and then you find out that they're as equally as terrible as you, or maybe sometimes even worse. And you keep getting let down, let down, let down. So who wouldn't want to escape reality and enjoy ecstasy or euphoria for a couple hours each day? I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine if they actually created like a pill where you can experience euphoria about maybe like 2 or 3 hours a day? And that's all you needed. You know, a euphoric pill that wouldn't ruin your organs, that wouldn't be addictive. It was kind of like your reward at the end of the day. You could experience euphoria. And unfortunately, we live in it's Thursday, July 22nd, 2021, and they haven't created that yet. Lolly is jealous of the love you and Pete share. She knows her love days has passed her by. That's true. That's absolutely true, Jerry. No one finds her attractive anymore. She doesn't even, when she looks in the mirror, she weeps. She goes, "What happened?" Glory Days. Remember that song "Glory Days" by Bruce Springsteen or John Cougar Mellencamp? I think it was Bruce Springsteen, right? Glory Days. Yeah, it's Bruce Springsteen. Oh, they got these crying birds out here. I don't know if you can see them. They blend in so nicely to the rocks. And you know what's stupid about these birds? They build nests on the ground. It's like sometimes I'm driving through here and I fucking notice that there's nests on the ground and I have to dodge them. But like if you're a predator, all you gotta do is sniff them out. It's so stupid. They do. It's called Xanax. Well, Jasmine, ask Life with Linda what Xanax does to you if you abuse it nonstop, like Life with Linda supposedly did. Life with Linda came out publicly and said, "Oh, I got to go to rehab because of it." You know what I mean? I don't want to have. I don't want to do anything that's going to make me go to rehab. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. Ooh. Is this Pete? Hold on, early riser. Let me see if secret text messenger. Let me see if this is. I gotta see this. Hold on, guys. No, secret text messenger. That is not Pete. That is not Pete. Secret text messenger. Now I have to rush home. Oh man, dude. Hold on. Ask Bergs what Xanax has done to him. It's not fair. Listen, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know if Xanax is a good thing. I took it once. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. I had cut my hand open one time, and I went to the hospital. I had to get stitches. Right. It was pretty bad. So, they clean it out, they stitch it up, and they take your blood pressure when you get in there. Right. It was pretty high, and I'm like, listen, I just cut my hand open. you got to understand that I'm probably freaking out a little bit. My hand is sliced right the fuck open. And they're like, yeah, we understand. So they took my blood pressure again after they had took a big fucking needle, stuck it in the cut, like in this big gash in my hand, and then stitched it up with a fucking needle and thread, right? And then they expected me to be okay with it. Like I was, like it wasn't traumatic enough. Come on, David, your hand almost got cut off, and we had to stitch it back on. That's not that traumatic. So I get in this big fight at the hospital with this fucking doctor, and the doctor's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" He's like, you don't understand, dude. I can't let you leave here until you calm down." I'm like, "I'm out of here." He's like, "Wait." He's like, "Please." He's like, "Please, let me give you something, and you do me a favor. You stay here 10 minutes. It will get your blood pressure down, and I'm gonna give you this. And if you like it, you can go to see another doctor, and maybe they'll give you more of it, right? Because they thought I was high strung. I just almost cut off my hand, all right? So they gave me this pill. I remember I think it was a triangle. It was an orange triangle. I know it wasn't like Xanax, but it was an orange triangle, and they gave me about 6 of them to take to see how I would feel. I did not like it whatsoever, man. It was terrible, but it did bring my blood pressure down, and they released me from the hospital. What? Why blow us all to hell? Wow. But Xanax, no thank you. I like kind of being a little bit high strung, a little bit nervous, a little bit. It's exciting to me. Never knowing who's going to come at me with a knife, a gun, a baseball bat. That's how I live, on the edge. Always waiting for action. Always waiting for action. You see something.
What up, baby girl?
You really gonna call her that?
Yeah. My name.
I was telling Pete, I was like, "Pete, listen, you're a very, very beautiful girl. A very beautiful girl. But that's not why I'm in love with you, Pete. I'm in love with you because you treat me right. You know how to talk to me. You know how to respond to me. That's what I want. I can get pussy anywhere. I can get that anywhere. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if you've married the wrong person, I'm going to tell you why you married the wrong person. Because that person really doesn't love you. That person doesn't know how to deal with you. That person doesn't know how to talk to you. You maybe married them because you thought they were cute or hot or whatever you want to say, and a sexy physique. Well, guess what? Guess what happens? Give them 10 years. See how sexy they are. I'm looking for a mate. I'm like a lion. And the lioness, or my lionesses, and I'm a one woman guy. I don't flander around town with these women, but I want the right lioness. I don't want like multiple ones that are always like looking for other lions. I want that one. And Pete, I'm telling you right now, Pete could be 300 pounds. Pete could look like Snutter. Pete can be as dumb as Craig. I don't care. I love that girl, and hopefully she loves me. Peg Leg Pete is one lucky woman to have a man like you, Noodles. That's true, Jerry. That's absolutely true. You're a YouTube gangster. That's right, early riser. You got that right. Mates are great for about a month. That's true, Matthew Potts. I'm looking for a forever girlfriend. A forever girlfriend. I listen. I've done the whole you know, going to bars, meeting girls, making fun of them, pushing them into dark alleys. You know, I've done all that. Those days are over. And I don't know if you guys are new to this channel, but there was a time behind the hotel in Pearl River, New York. The hotel was a bar on the corner of whatever. You guys can check it out. It's the hotel. It's called the Hotel. I went into the alleyway with this girl. She looked exactly like Richie Sambora. Exactly like Richie Sambora. And she wasn't my type, but she was willing to get down and nasty. So we go into this alleyway, right? Because I guess we got kicked out of the bar for making out in front of everyone. Everyone shunned us, and I don't know what kind of drug she was on, by the way. I was just looking for some tail that night, and so we go into the alleyway, and she starts, grabbing the junk. I'm grabbing her junk. We're touching tongues, everything in the alleyway, and then I'm like, all right, now is the time. Now is the time to get those titties. So I go up the shirt. I don't go over the shirt. I go up the shirt, past all the dangling jewelry, the Richie Sambora shit that she was fucking with. This girl looked like a fucking gypsy. All right, she was dressed like fucking Richie Sambora. No joke. So as I'm feeling around there, I noticed that there was like lumps all over her breasts. All over her breasts. And it was such a turnoff, because I knew I was going to get a blowjob next to this dumpster. I knew it. And the dumpster smelled. And she didn't care. And I thought to myself, well, this isn't a good idea. This is a bad idea, Dave. Because what happens if you really like this blowjob? Are you going to get her number? So this is what kind of guy I am, all right? This is what kind of guy I am. Yeah, Matthew Potts. Yes, Monica. Yes, this really happened. This is what kind of guy I am. I swear to God. I felt so terrible about this. I gave this girl my phone number, right? And then I mowed her parents' lawn. I swear to God. For free. For free, because I felt so bad. And I would talk to her on the phone, and I would be very nice to her, but at the end of the day, I was like, I'm not interested. I don't want you thinking like I just used you and abused you. So let me come over, let me mow your parents' lawn, and we'll both walk away. That's how terrible I felt, because I knew deep down inside, I'm not a doctor, but I knew deep down inside that she had breast cancer. And who knows if she's even alive today. Was she aware of that? She might have had cancer. Monica, I'm telling you something right now. There is no way this girl did not know. There is no way. Monica, it felt like someone had taken a baseball bat and beat her so bad in the breasts that it ruptured everything in her. Like, whatever you have going on in your breasts, like, mashed it up into like gel. It was like Jello or something in there. Oh, that's right, Monica. What am I doing? I'm sorry, Monica. I haven't been paying attention. I tried to. Let me get you, Monica. Oh, and Jasmine, tell Jennifer Marie that I gave her a wrench. I gave her a wrench. So what happened was When I ended it, yesterday I realized that that she had come in, so I gave her a wrench. Sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. I love Jennifer. She's very nice to me. I keep in touch with Jennifer on the DL, just so you guys know. On the DL. Dave, why am I not blue here? Yes, I gave you a wrench, Monica. You got one. You're the best. Hook her up with Bergs. He likes mowing lawns. Yes. Well, yes. I don't think he was. I don't think. Maybe she would have been Berg's type, because Jill kind of reminds me of a Richie Sambora type. A blouse. Wait. A blousey for just for mowing the lawn. Imagine if you planted a few trees. Jerry, this girl would have done anything that night. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know if I ever told you guys a story. But so, all right. The day I realized I was so hot, like seriously, I realized that I could do anything to girls, anything, and they would still stick around because I was that attractive. I still am. So I went to this pool party one time, right? No joke. Go to this pool party. And these girls, I think, were a little young. I think I was 22 at the time, 21, and I was ripped, shredded. And I'm like, let me show my stuff to these girls. They might have been like 19. They were definitely of age. I know they were definitely of age because, when you're 21, you still know who had graduated, whatever. So these girls were in their prime. These girls were all primed up. So me and the real noodles jump in the pool, all shredded out of our minds, and we're splashing around these girls, saying, "Hey, baby," and then we splash them in the face, and they say, "Stop, stop!" And then we did this move together where we would high five each other in the water, and then look at each other in the face and go, "Yup," and shake our heads up and down, and then we would go under the water. We'd go under the water like sharks. And we would pull these girls down and make out with them under the water. It worked every time. So now these girls are ready to go. They're ready to go. And me and the real noodles, the original noodles, we're smiling at each other, being like, "Yeah, dude, this is gonna happen." And Noodles comes up to me and he goes, "Dude, check this out, right?" So he gets some water in his mouth, and he spits it in the girl's mouth. So I'm like, yeah, right. Noodles was the best, dude. The real Noodles was so funny, and he's smiling, and then I'm like, Noodles, check this out, right? And I'm making out with this girl, and I burped right in her mouth. No joke, burped right in her mouth, and she continued to make out with me. Continued. And we were getting fully serviced under the water. Fully serviced. It was amazing. And then the cops showed up, and they're like, "All right, guys, everyone out of the pool." It's like, what the fuck? Me and the real Noodles could have gotten laid in the same order. It would have been amazing. Thanks, Dave. I won't be stupid with it. Monica, you can block whoever you want. I don't care. Just let me know who you block so I can unblock. After a decade of Bergs pleasuring himself, I doubt he's going to be picky. Well, Jerry, I'm very picky. I haven't had sex in a decade. I'm very picky. Yes, Jerry, exactly. They ruin everything, Jerry. I couldn't believe it. I think it was Hillsdale. The Hillsdale police always ruin my good times. Always. Because a lot of the parties that took place in Hillsdale. Because you didn't go to Rivervale to have a party. I'm telling you right now. The Rivervale parents would not allow that. Because they had better homes. And were classier people. But you'd always go to Hillsdale to go start up trouble like White Lives Matters did. That's where White Lives Matters lived, in the trashy part of town. Noodles, did you ever get busy with Michelle K? No, Matthew Potts, I never did. In fact, last night, I got several phone calls from Michelle K and one text message telling me that everyone is fucked up and she's had enough. And I believe it was because of the new song that's going to come out. K is for Kill, Michelle K. It's going to go something like this. Casting spells and killing kittens. Ouija boards, kicking it Wiccan style. At night, where does she go? The reservations at Ramapo. Yeah. Right. Swear to God, Matthew. Matthew, I don't think people believe me what I go through every day, every night. This is the most exciting life I've ever lived. I mean, exciting time of my life I've ever lived. And I got danger, I got death threats, I got jealousy issues going on. I got the most beautiful, understanding woman willing to have my children. This is the greatest. This is the greatest. Yes, Jerry, yes. Pete may want to strap herself down and wear a hockey helmet that first night. Well, Jerry, I'm going to be honest with you. I was talking to Out on the Wire about this. He was saying, listen, he's like, the first time is going to be terrible. The first time is going to be terrible. All right? Just get drunk and high and just do it. Just don't get her pregnant at first. She told me she's going to be on birth control. I don't know if I'm going to use, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. But, I talk to this girl, Jerry, and I come a lot, man. There's a lot of stuff that comes out. A lot. And she really does it. She really does it for me. So it's, I can't imagine it's going to be terrible, but Out on the Wire says it's going to be. What's the longest you've ever gone without making love, Jerry Vollmer? Just out of curiosity. Yes, Monica, Pete is amazing. You're absolutely right about that. Like, Pete is so amazing, right? That you don't understand. I wake up and I frantically look at my phone to see if she drunk texts me or something like that, because I love it when she drunk texts me. And or when 12 o'clock rolls around every day, I get a text message from her. Good morning. You're the best. I can't wait to wrap my vagina around your gigantic penis. The greatest text messages I've ever received in my life. Yeah, she is a good person, Monica. That's true. No, seriously, she's Monica. I'm being serious. She's the nicest person I've ever met, and she's so good to me, Monica, that I can't imagine. The only thing, all right, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing is if she has a dick. All right, that's it. That's the only thing that is gonna ruin this. If she has a dick, listen, I don't know. I'm not into that. But if she has a vagina, and she, we'll have sex. I guarantee it. Maybe just shoot for a handy that first night, Noodles. No, Jerry, you want to know why I've never been to a massage parlor or anything like that? The first time I ever got a hand job, Jerry, it took forever. It took forever. And every single time, and this girl that I was going out with, right? She was like, she wasn't a whore or anything. Like, she was a good girl, right? And I always try to talk her into jerking me off or something like that. Then they went into blowjobs and all this. But it was always a constant, hassle for her. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I would be able to get off with a handy. Unless, I don't know. If you cannot imagine your life without her, Dave, she's the one. Buy her the biggest diamond. Monica, I gotta ask you a question. Serious question. What? And I'm kind of nervous about this because Why does it have to be like that with the ring and the diamonds and all that stuff? Just out of curiosity. Handies don't do it. You got to make those cheeks. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. I listen. I don't know. Maybe I can get into it somehow, but I don't know. I don't know. Suck my dick or something. I don't know. I'd rather I'd rather a good blowjob than a. I don't ever had a good hand job. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe because I asked Cruiser about it. Cruiser's like, no, they give amazing hand jobs. I've never had an amazing hand job in my life, to be honest with you. I don't know if any of you have, but that's why I never got that done. Remember, there was this Greek dude that was telling me, he goes, dude, no. He goes, listen. He goes, what they do. He goes, you go to this place, they fucking bathe you, and then they start massaging you, and then they start jerking you off, and they start like whispering dirty shit in your ear, and they're they do the thing. They do the thing. Trust me. Let's just hope those cheeks don't clap. Jerry, come on. It doesn't. It's just old school classic romantic. That's sad noodles. Wait. Secret text messenger. That's sad noodles. You miss out on many things. Well, what am I missing out on, secret text messenger? A good handy? I'm going to be honest with you. A good handy is nothing to talk about. A good blowjob, on the other hand, is something that guys love talking about. Love talking about good blowjobs. When you try sex, you try everything. Well, yeah, I get that, but dude, listen. I don't know. Listen, if she everything. Yeah, dude. I don't know about that secret text messenger. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far because, like, I'm telling you, I saw strangulation porn on Pornhub. I'm not gonna strangle Pete. U.S. chicks, us chicks love that shit. Oh yeah, but it's a diamond ring. This is why I think I'm autistic or something like that, because I know what you guys like, but it's what everything's on Pornhub is that new. Secret text messenger. I'm telling you, look up strangulation porn. I think I might have seen it on Motherless.com or something like that. Ain't nothing better than hearing them cheeks clap. That's true, Matthew. That's absolutely true. And as you guys know, I've told you many a time, my favorite position is doggy. From behind. Because you get to see the shape of the woman, and you get, you get the perfect thrust. You can feel everything. It's amazing. To me, it is. I don't know. I don't know if girls like it, but I'm assuming they do. Because every girl I've ever been with has done that. They want to keep doing it. Let's see. Monica, there is a 50-50 chance Pete is Bergs, just saying. I have a feeling that Bergs is like very hairy down there. Very hairy down there. Like disgustingly hairy. I'm disgustingly hairy. What is the weirdest porn you've ever seen? Says secret text messenger. Or the most disgusting porn. Well, I mean, come on. Everyone's seen that 2 girls 1 cup video. That was foul. I don't go there with that shit. I don't. Secret text messenger. I will not. In fact, there's not. I mean, I remember. Those cattle prods. I was into that BDSM stuff for a while. I was watching a lot of those videos, and I'd be like, "Whoa! Like, no way are they letting these guys do this to them?" So they were taking this cattle prod to this girl's vagina and shocking her vagina with this cattle prod. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's too much. I never want to do that to a woman. Never in my life. There's a lot of sick people out there. A lot of sick people. But can you imagine your life without her? That's what the old people will tell you, is how you know that's the one, so you give her everything. All right, so Monica, all right. Every girl that I've ever gone out with, right, has been like a long relationship. Like I think maybe 2 years minimum. You know, I was with girl. Like if I had a girlfriend, I was with her for a very long time. You know, I took the relationship very seriously, and I've learned that people change, and it sucks, and you're gonna have to live without people regardless, because people die, people change their minds, people whatever. I can't be let down by it, but I'm telling you something for sure. This is without a doubt, Monica, that I want to experience life with this woman. You know what I mean? That's how much I really like this girl. No booty is a no go for me. Can't do it. Well, you mean like from behind, or like butt fucking? Because I still don't understand butt fucking. I think it's a dominance thing. I think, like, people want to be dominant over it. It doesn't make sense that there's this hole that produces shit, and then there's a hole right next to it, that feels like nothing you ever stuck your dick in before in your life, and it responds to you. It's amazing. That one, I don't, the whole butt thing, I don't get. Um, Noodles, do you think Norm F ever made Berg's cheeks clap? So Matthew, I've heard some whacked out fucking stories about that shit. I don't know this guy Norm F, but I did talk to him once on the phone with Botter, and he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed like a normal guy. If Norm F isn't into some freaky fucking shit, and he was offering Berg's money, I can guarantee you yes. Guarantee you yes. But I don't know if Norm's like that. Two Girls, One Cup was an editing work of art. Really? I guess so. I wasn't. I remember seeing that in the early 2000s, and then I remember almost vomiting, because I don't like that stuff. I don't like seeing vomit. I don't like seeing poop. I don't like seeing people put poop on themselves. It's just very gross. Bergs and Norm F phone boned. Maybe. Phone boning is kind of weird. I mean, I get it, but I know you hate those. Thank you, Secret Text Messenger. Thank you, Secret Text Messenger. Phone boning to me, giant spit. Oh my God, stop that, Secret Text Messenger. Don't even. I vomited so hard that night, Secret Text Messenger. I threw up all over the place when Tasha was telling that story. Yeah, so phone boning. I think I kind of did that with Pete once, kind of. And I think it was more because, I heard Pete, and I got a very large erection, and I beat it to the sounds of Pete. And I masturbated all over myself. I remember it went so far, it hit the bedpost behind me, some on my shoulder, a lot on my chest, and it went down to my stomach. There was a lot of sperm that night. A lot of sperm came out. So I get phone boning. I understand it, especially if it's someone you're really interested in. All you got to do is get them to start, moaning a little bit, and you're off. At least I am. Brian Bush Family just went live. Guys, please support this guy, Brian Bush Family. Bush Family is one word. Brian Bush Family. Check him out. He does some great live streams. He's a good guy. He's actually allergic to water. which is amazing. And check this out, he never blocked me. He never blocked me the whole time. He's a good guy. He might be missing some teeth. He might be allergic to water, but that's fine with me. He's still a good guy. Elvis Enberg's was Norm's F's type. Really? That's fucking... Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get that, Jerry. If you're telling me that, Jerry, I have to believe you. Because you are in the know, and you know that that Bergs and Elvis are down for anything if it has to do with money. You know 100%. F'dupmovies.com for some gross out stuff, folks. Yeah, just watching. I go to... I don't know if you guys ever go to eFukt. It's EFUKT. I go to eFukt, and they usually have some pretty good stuff there. It's not that gross, but it's kind of funny. It's like porn mishaps and people freaking out during porn, bad stuff. Monica says, I do, Dave, 100%. I have that with my Dave, my best man of my life, even more of my hero than my dad. You can be that for Pete, and yes, sex is better than ever, and I grew up in the 80s. Monica, I told Pete, this is what I told Pete. I said, I want to be, I don't want to be this, I told her what I wanted to be to her. I want to be the best man or the best person she knows that's not related to her. And when someone who's not related to you can give themselves to you like that and will do anything for you and want to be with you all the time, that's very special, because I truly believe the only people that love you are related to you, because they have to love you. Hey, Witty, I'm going to be honest with you. That video that you sent me today was funny, but it wasn't that funny. Not that funny. But yes, Monica, I wish I was in that situation. You're very lucky that you're also in that situation. He's not normal. Trust me, Norm is bisexual. All right. If that's the case, then I truly believe that Bergs and Elvis are probably the type that would do stuff like that for money. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, they're cyber prostitutes or virtual prostitutes. Because Bergs, I'm going to be honest with you, Bergs hates me so much, right? But he's willing to be my friend if I give him money. That's kind of like what hookers do. That's exactly what hookers do. I'm lucky I still have that after 23 years. Yeah, Monica, you are. Monica, I was thinking the other day, so I graduated in 98. I should technically be a grandfather right now, if you think about it. Yes, Monica, you go do that. You go call the love of your life. Private show for show. That's right, Jerry Vollmer. That's absolutely right. Now, guys, as you know, the Boldo family is very well known in New Jersey and Hollywood. And to prove this, we're going to watch Joe Boldo act in the horror movie, We Are Not Cats.
Yeah, so here's my father in the movies. He's saying, hey, what's up? This guy's like, can you fix my engine? My dad's like, no. And he's like, no, I'm only kidding. Yeah, we'll fix it for you. I'm going to kick your ass. Get over there. I'll take it out. All right, you can see that that's obviously my father. That's me. My father takes the engine out of the car. These guys are giving him a hard time. My dad's working overtime, pumping the thing up. Now this motherfucker over here gets up and says something to my father. My father tells him, hey, shut your fucking mouth. You go sit the fuck down or I'm going to kick your ass. And then Pussy Boy over here says, oh, okay, Mr. Boldo, okay. He goes, shut up, sit down, don't leave me alone. So what? He has no choice but to go shut up and sit down, or Joe Boldo's going to kick his ass. Get over there, motherfucker. right. And then, my father's obviously a powerhouse like myself, and he tells these two wimps, you're gonna wait 10 hours now. Yeah, my father's a superstar in the movies. My father is a movie star, IDBM or some shit.
That's true story. Very true story. Let's get the fuck out of here. I had enough of sitting around doing nothing in the park. Yeah, I know, Monica. Listen, Monica, I'm just very picky. That movie was a cinematic masterpiece, Noodles. Your father should be proud of that performance. He is an actor's actor. That's true, Jerry. That's true. I remember one night the director of that movie, Xander Robbins, called my father and said, "Hey Joe, there's gonna." But this guy had a boner for my father. He wouldn't leave my father alone, right? And my father's like, "This guy's a fucking faggot or something, right?" And I'm like, "Nah, Dad. Maybe he wants you to be in all his movies or something. He likes you that much." He goes, "Yeah, but he goes, I'm not that type, Dave." He goes, "I'll be in one or two movies, but that's it." He's like, "I'm retirement age." So Xander calls my father up and he's like, "Listen, Joe, you got to come to the premiere in Manhattan." And my dad's like, "Nah, not tonight, Xander. That sounds gay." He told the director to go to hell. And if you read any of the interviews that Xander gave for this movie, you will see how many times he brings up my father. He loved my father. I told my dad, I was like, "Dad, you should just become an actor now. Just go wherever this guy wants you to go." He's like, "Ah." My dad wanted to write a book, right? Because one night we had this big dinner at the house, right? And he's got the fireplace going, all this food on the table. There had been like 20 people there, and he gives this toast. My dad loves giving toasts. And he goes, he gets up, right? And he grabs his wine and he's like, "Listen, I gotta tell you guys a story." He goes, "When I was younger, I jumped into the Passaic River. Right? I was with my friends. I didn't know how to swim, and I almost drowned that day." The story goes on and on. My dad had us listening for a while. He's telling us this fucking stupid story, and then at the end of the story, he goes, "If I had died that day, none of you would be here right now. None of you." He goes, "Look around." He goes, "None of you would be here." That's my father. And then he sat down, and everyone had a clap, and he's smiling. I was like, "What a dick! What a dick!" But that's what he does. And then when you're eating he'll oh no, they got rid of that place. Oh, that's all right. So when he cooks dinner, right? He watches you eat, and he'll go, "Dave, let me ask you a question." He goes, "Have you ever had meatballs softer than that? Aren't those good meatballs?" And he takes a bite of the meatball. He cuts the meatball in half, cuts it into a quarter, puts it in his mouth, and he closes his eyes and he goes, this is the best meatball I've ever had in my life." My dad's very proud of himself. Very proud. He'll be like, "You can't get this type of meatball in a restaurant." That's right, Jerry Vollmer. That story gives me goosebumps, Noodles. Thanks for sharing. And of course, the FBI was after my father one time for possibly blowing up cars, but they can never prove it, so they had to leave him alone. That was the best. As a young child, the FBI always at the house, telling my father he was going to go to prison. My father would be like, "Get out of here! I'm not talking to you." And he would take the business cards and flick them in their face. And I'd be like, "What happened, Dad?" Like this fucking Gavone over here, and he flicked the fucking card in the guy's face. He would go, "Hey, Wingstar, what's up?" He would go, "They think I blew up some cop cars or something like that." And he would flick them in their fucking face and say, "Get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone. Get off my property." My dad was not only an actor, but he's a rebel. And the phones were always constantly tapped. Always. I remember hearing conversations down the street from people that I knew. I'd pick up the phone. No joke. I swear to God. I would pick up the phone, and I could hear people down the street. I had a friend, Chris Phantom. And I would hear Chris Phantom on the phone. I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd hear my cousins talking. I would hear people, they definitely had our phones tapped. Good to see you still doing live streams. I was feeling nostalgic for the summer 2000s. Wingstar, I was up in your area the other day. Listen, Wingstar, we got to get this straight, okay? If I ever bump into you, Wingstar, don't get nervous, because I was nervous driving around your area thinking that if you saw me, you were going to run away or something like that. I was constantly looking over my shoulder thinking like, oh, I don't want to bump into this woman. Wingstar, please don't be like that. And I heard that you and Jasmine are going to do a show together, which is going to be absolutely amazing. I know the rules already, Wingstar. You don't have to tell me. There'll be no shenanigans going on over there. Trust me. But Wingstar, you can't make me feel like this. That's all I'm getting at. Please don't make me feel like that. I was actually on the phone with Pete, and I was telling her, I was like, I feel kind of uncomfortable because I think I'm gonna run into her one day over here. And Wingstar, I'm over there a lot. Not on purpose, but sometimes I cut through there because I have friends that live in Oakland, and I cut through there. All right, what the fuck is going on over here? Now I'm like stuck on the train tracks. And this guy right here is on the train track. You're not supposed to do that. Move it. Oh. Well, Wingstar, I think you should do a show with Jasmine. I think you should do one, because why not? Please do a show. Please do a show. Noodles, I know I recognize the place you drive. Thank you. Okay. Well, just letting you know that, Wingstar. I'm not hunting you down or anything. I mean, I might have once, but that wasn't. It wasn't out of. I was just wanted to do a live stream with you. I thought you were a live streamer. I didn't know. I apologize for that. Wingstar, I truly believe that you are the next top performer in the Void, Wingstar. I truly believe this. You and Jasmine will be unstoppable. Is the new show a Noodles 1980 production? Yes, Jerry. Absolutely. Absolutely. Noodles, don't feel bad. I just have a lot of... No, I understand. I understand. Yeah, everyone. Wingstar, I'm going to be honest with you. out of everyone that I've ever seen online, no one has ever said anything bad about you. No one, even in private. So... Oh, my God. Has anyone heard from Anderson? Jasmine, you don't have to tell me what he says, but have you talked to him? Has anyone talked to this guy? Does he have a new channel? I can't find him anymore. I even tried to call his fucking phone, and he changed his fucking voicemail, which I think he just got rid of his fucking phone number. Yeah, so sometimes when I'm driving back from Oakland, I cut through there, and I stop at the 7-Eleven over there. So I always think there's a possibility I'm going to run into you. Don't make it awkward, and do not, please, whatever you do, do not, listen, Wingstar, you realize that if I do see you, Wingstar, I'm going to say, hey, Wingstar, how are you? It's David. Don't get all fucking weird. I'm not like that in real life. He put out a video yesterday on what channel? He disappears at least twice a year. He disappeared like 10 times this year. 10 times. And I think he cut ties with me. It's starting to get old with this guy. Like I feel like I'm the one in this relationship that's constantly reaching out to him. He never reaches out to me. It's like I gotta hound this guy for fucking everything. Hey Anderson, how you doing? You alright? That's how the conversations go. It's not like, oh, it's nothing like that. Like, why don't you tell me what's wrong? Or why don't you tell me what's right? I don't know. I go to the 7-Eleven only once a year. Really? You know what? That shopping center over there, Wingstar. I used to party in where you live, right? I used to party there. I'm not gonna tell anyone where you live or anything, but I used to party there. And that shopping center over there, there's a lot of stuff there. Never went there once. The only place I ever went to over there was the 7-Eleven. That's it. I remember one time walking into that place. I think this was pre-YouTube. I would die for you by Prince. One of the greatest songs Prince ever wrote. And I remember blasting that off my phone, walking through, people just looking at me. I would get so high and just wander over there. Wander. It's a very, very nice place. Very nice. Sometimes just I don't, for what? What does he need to lay low for? I mean, is something really wrong, Jasmine? If it's what I think it is, Jasmine, then I understand, but nobody can get close to him. I know. Listen, he's tried, Wingstar. This guy has tried so fucking hard, to ruin his relationship with me, so hard, and I'll never let it happen. The same thing with Botter. These people try so hard to ruin their relationship with me. It's never going to happen. I won't let it happen. Molasses got very close to him. So, something happened recently. I'm not going to get into it, but whoever's watching this, if they are watching it, you got to call me, because I saw what happened. and I hope everything's all right. And I thought everything was okay. I thought everything was going extremely well, and now from what I saw, I don't know if that's true. And I'm not gonna push it. So if you want, I'll if you want to call me, please call me at an appropriate time. If not, I'm not gonna fucking answer the phone. You gotta remember that. I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping and the phone rings, I just roll over and go right back to sleep. I don't wake up for phone calls. Um, and if you do call me and I don't answer the phone, just leave me a message. Just leave me a message. Don't leave me hanging like that. Because I got a lot, I got all this shit going on all day, and yeah, there's nothing around here. I went there a lot when I was in high school. Yeah. Did you ever date anyone from here? Um, no. I mean, I grew up in, you know where Rivervale is, right? So we used to hang out with kids from that school up there. Um, I mean, I knew a couple families from that area, but that's about it. Did you ever dinner? His anxiety can't handle. If that's it, Woody, then I get it. I get it. No, Woody. No, we can't do that. I mean, unless she wants to tell you, but I'm not gonna talk about it anymore because I don't want to get her. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, especially Wingstar. I mean, I do want to make people uncomfortable, and not like that. Especially if I know that's really bothering people. Basically, what happened was I had a friend, Carrie, who lived in Washington Township, and I met her through the lesbians. And the lesbians, you know, had this house that they would always go to every night. And Carrie's parents both had passed away. Um, I guess like a year apart from each other. They both ended up getting cancer. They passed away. Carrie was at I think like 18 at the time. She might have been 17 at the time. I think she was still going to high school. Or when both her parents passed away. Her aunt came to live with them, and when they turned 18, they started collecting this inheritance. And they had this house. The house was paid off. I think her and her sister only had to come up with the I guess the actually no, they were living there for free. They were living in this house, in Washington Township for free. So they end up selling the house. She moves up there she moves up there. She buys something up there, and her sister moved out to Oakland. And yeah, and that's how. Otherwise, I never would have traveled up there for anything. Is that where you grew up, Wingstar? Just out of curiosity. Obviously not in Washington Township, but let's see. Woody, I see you still don't have your channel back. It could take 6 months, Carlos. I'll always have Anderson's back. He is very special to me, and as a friend only. Take care, guys. Gotta get there. Okay, take care, Jasmine. Oh, I didn't know that, Wingstar. So let me ask you a question. I won't give it away, but and I know it's not the town that you live in, but we used to go to. It's I guess it's around that area, but what was it? The farm, the farm up there. Did you go there when you were a kid to go get the candy? They had candy at that farm and all that stuff. Oh, you were in Rochelle Park. I had a band called Buldo and the Rochelle Park N-words. No joke. But did you ever go to that farm up there? I know it's not in that town, but in that area. Yeah, at Wingstar, I had a band called Buldo and the Rochelle Park N-words. They were a bunch of black kids from Rochelle Park, and they were the N-words. And Davey Craigums is going to chop my head off. What? Seasons. Listen, there's a fake WLM going around saying that shit. I already got that shit from him. It's fake. Seasons. Um, Van Ripers. Do you remember Van Ripers? I think that was in Saddle River. I used to go there all the time, especially in fall. My grandmother used to bring me up there, and they would have they would have this like big section for like with like candy. I always go in there and get candy. Never heard of Van Riper's Farm? Wow, that was always fun when I was a kid. That was the only time I ever really. I did date a girl. Um, I did date a girl in that area, Bethany Jasko. I dated her for about maybe 6 years. They lived. They were the ones that lived next to Reverend Run. So when I used to go over there, I used to hang out in the pool, and Rev Run used to come up to the fence because there was a pool and then there was a lake in between us, and we used to go in the pool, and I think they used to share the lake, so they would come up on the boats and stuff like that in Saddle River. Hey Pete, that's not Craig. I'm telling you, it can't be Craig. Yeah, um, yeah. Rev Run was the kids were really young when I used to live like I kind of lived over there with them for a while. They had an awesome house, humongous. Um, but the kids were really young when I was living there, and we didn't really hang out with anyone over there, or else I think we would have been partying with those kids. Oh yeah, the Wingstar. That's what's so great about watching The Sopranos now because I watch little clips of it and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that place. Yeah, absolutely. The threatening to chop my head off? Yeah, Pete, I don't think that's him. Wingstar, I did the same thing. I never watched it until recently. I started watching these little clips. What do you mean that's not you either? Get the HBO app and watch it all. So I did that, Wingstar. I did that with well, I didn't get the app, but I had this Fire Stick, right? The ones that were hacked or whatever. And I watched Boardwalk Empire one year or one weekend or 1 week. I think it was awful. I think it was when I got laid off. I started watching Boardwalk Empire back to back. That was a good show. Pete, I've been getting threats from WLM too, and I don't think it's in the video he made. Really, Pete, you're a mod here, right? Post a link. Wings, I gotta make you a mod too. Sorry. Wingstar. Oh, there it is, guys. Gotta watch that next. Thanks for the wrench. Yeah, I'm telling you that show is very good, very good. It made me want to smoke nonstop. If you're a smoker and you enjoy cigarettes and smoking, watch Boardwalk Empire. Nonstop smoking in that. Yes, Pete, I know, Pete. Craig is a little baby, Pete. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Pete, I'm telling you, he called me up, Pete. Craig called me up at 12 o'clock in the morning and told me that if you lived anywhere near him, he would have killed you already. I'm telling you. And you think I'm fucking kidding you? Let me show you guys. Let me give you a little taste of what Craig did to that guy in Florida. This is exactly what happened, except minus the two guys. Imagine those two guys are gone, and there was a dog, and the dog attacks Craig's leg, and he kicked the dog. But also listen to the guy when he says, "Don't shoot."
What do you want, fucko? You want some? Huh?
Oh, hey! What are you doing? I swear my fucking mother, if you touch her again, you're dead!
Don't shoot!
Pete, did you notice? Did you notice that guy when he goes, "Don't shoot"? Didn't that remind you of the barista at Starbucks when Craig got all violent? Pete, you bring the best out of people. That's true, Jerry. That's absolutely true. Wingstar, I'm telling you, this isn't a lie. Wingstar, you gotta get over whatever's going on, right? You gotta call me. My phone number is 201-264-5003. 201-264-5003. Let me put it in the chat. Wingstar, I'll tell you the truth about everything. Everything. I hate shorts. I fucking hate shorts. I never wear shorts, Wingstar. Yes, you do, Pete. That's absolutely true. You absolutely do. Why would she? Street life. Listen, Wingstar. You could put me on. You could put me on speaker with your husband. You're married to Street life. You call me. I have many questions about New Jersey. I feel sheltered. Wingstar, I'll tell you how it all works, how it all goes down in New Jersey. In fact, you know who knows the best? Rodney Dangerfield. Let's listen to Rodney Dangerfield explain how it works.
Fees and the costs of land servicing.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really? Like what, for instance?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to grease the local politicians for the sudden zoning problems that always come up. Then there's the kickbacks to the carpenters. And if you plan on using any cement in this building, I'm sure the Teamsters like to have a little chat with you, and that'll cost you. Oh, and don't forget a little something for the building inspectors. Then there's a long-term cost, such as waste disposal. I don't know if you're familiar with who runs that business, but I assure you it's not the Boy Scouts.
That'll be quite enough, Mr. Mellon. Maybe bribes and kickbacks and mafia payoffs are how you do business. But they are not part of the legitimate business world. And they're certainly not part of anything I'm teaching in this class. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, just trying to help, that's all.
Now, notwithstanding Mr. Mellon's input, the next question for us is where to build our factory.
How about Fantasyland?
Oh, that always gets me. That always gets me. Relentless coffee, asshole. Relentless. Yes, Pete. Early Riser says that he has one of your porns. He said he caught you in a porn. Early Riser, that wasn't her, Early Riser. Trust me, Early Riser. Street life, it was relentless coffee. And I don't know what the hell happened to that woman. Who was that woman anyway? I forgot her name. She disappeared. Street is strictly platonic. Noodles is now in a relationship with the lovely Pete. That is right, Jerry Vollmer. You are correct. Absolutely correct. Relentless coffee, guys. Relentless. I believe that's what it was called. And what was her name? She was whacked by Christopher. Huh. I would, if it wasn't Amish porn, then it wasn't Pete. That's right. Jerry is correct. Yes, Pete. Supposedly, Early Riser has your porno. Let me see if I can actually put it in the chat. Hold on, Early Riser. All right, guys. I'm gonna put the link that Early Riser gave me in the chat. Now, Early Riser is saying that this is Pete in the porn. I don't think so. Pete, it doesn't look anything like you, Pete. He's obviously trying to stir some shit up. That's right. Matthew, thank you. Is Noodles live streaming from Berg's backyard? I'm actually at the grocery store. I gotta go get something to eat. I've been skipping lunch because I'm trying to get into to fighting or fucking shape for Pete. Oh, really? Let me put it in again then. There you go. Well, alright, fine. Fuck Google Mod. I don't know. Supposedly Jasmine Star is a Google Mod. You know, I haven't heard from Kimberly Star. I haven't heard anything from Kimberly Star. Pete, we know that. You don't have to defend yourself. That's just early riser being early riser. If you don't know early riser, then you won't get early riser. Let's see. Pete, can I show them? Can I please show them the blue vein, please, Pete?
At least I know that I'm mental and I'm medicated for it. You'll never admit that you are fucking a narcissist. You are a narcissist.
So cool. She's so cool. Let's see. She didn't deny she has one out there. Street Life, knock it off. It wouldn't be such a bad thing to see Pete getting those cheeks clapped. That's true. I'm gonna do this thing where I'm gonna do it from behind, where I grab one cheek and I start fucking one side, and then I grab the other cheek and I fuck the other side. It's the best feeling ever. Let's see. I think was in. No Matthew Potts. No Matthew Potts. I mean, Jerry Vollmer. No. It's ridiculous. Pete! Pete, can I please show them the blue vein, Pete? No, I'm not gonna show. See what this is? She's saying whatever, but that means like, don't you fucking dare! You're an asshole. I know what that means, Pete. Never show them the blue vein ever again, Pete. Never again. All right, I gotta piss. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna cut this short. I think that I'm gonna go food shopping. I gotta go home. I gotta let the dogs out. I gotta watch them scream at me and yell at me and whatever. So, no, Pete is gorgeous. That's right, Wingstar. We're gonna have gorgeous children. Any hints for us, Pete, to find your porno? Street Life, you're sick and disgusting. You are twisted. You are foul, and plus you're half Indian, Native American. Pete, do not talk to him anymore. All right, guys, listen. I gotta go. I'm gonna go food shopping, so I'll see you later. All right.
Lovers come and lovers go. Lovers steal your stereo, though. Lovers believe it when they do. Say such shitty things about you. Lovers fuss and lovers fret. Lovers get your trousers wet. Lovers lie and lovers weep. They drink your whiskey while you're asleep.